The Portuguese Minister of State for Finance challenged the member states to finalize their recovery plans in the next 2 weeks. Joao Leao, who chaired the ECOFIN Economic and Financial Affairs Council meeting, acknowledged the efforts being made by different countries to finalize their national plans, but warned that it's time to move on to the next phase. We are on the final stretch. It's time to deliver so that the first tranche can be approved by ECOFIN by the summer, the minister stressed, pointing out that it is equally urgent for all the member states to ratify the own resources decision. The Commission can only issue debt to fund the recovery program when this process has been concluded, he said. What is at stake is the instruments for economic recovery in the European Union after the COVID-19 pandemic, particularly the application of the Recovery and Resilience Facility and the funding of the Next Generation EU program. So far, 17 member states have concluded the process. On this subject, the European Commission presented its strategy for funding Next Generation EU, anticipating market funding of 806 billion euros by 2026 at a rate of around 150 to 200 billion a year. The Council and ECOFIN expect to be able to begin mobilizing funds by June. With the approach of the April 30th deadline, I hope that the majority of the national recovery and resilience plans will be presented in the coming weeks. The goal is to approve the first plans before the summer. Every effort is being made to complete the ratification process as soon as possible. I am therefore confident that the implementation of the Recovery Fund is well underway and that pre-financing can begin reaching the economy in the summer, said Joao Leao, Portuguese Minister of State for Finance. Although there is still major uncertainty due to the pandemic and the lockdown measures necessary to contain COVID-19 in Europe, the EU finance ministers discussed the outlook for the European economy. Several countries are still dealing with new waves of the pandemic. However, the economic impact of the most recent lockdowns has been less severely felt, and we are now beginning to see the first signs of recovery. With the progress of the vaccination campaigns, the outlook for economic growth for the second half of the year is now very positive. Also taking part in this ECOFIN meeting, chaired by Minister Joao Leao from the headquarters of the Portuguese Presidency of the Council of the EU in Lisbon, was the Vice President of the European Commission, Margrethe Vestager, who gave an overview of the support measures for companies during the pandemic, implemented under the scope of the temporary framework for state aid. The ministers also discussed a very ambitious project to reinforce the economic and monetary union, the Capital Markets Union. A stronger capital market makes it possible to diversify sources of funding for European companies and create new investment opportunities. This will be vital for supporting economic recovery, strengthening the international role of the euro, and increasing the resilience of the European Union. And if you want to stay informed, please subscribe to my channel. Auf Wiedersehen.